Hello and welcome to Go, my favorite sports team. This is the podcast for you if you want everything to do with sports and nothing to do with the responsibility that comes with playing sports or even knowing sports. You can say to your friends, you are a sports person without ever knowing or having touched a single ball. Speaking of touching balls, Tyler!
I touch many balls, specifically balls, because I played with a ball in it. To be clear, just balls.
Delete anything except for balls. I touch balls. I touch lots of balls. Balls. I touch balls. I love balls. Not because balls, but balls.
Balls. Oh, Mark, how are you today?
I'm good. Dealing with a bunch of nonsense, but that has nothing to do with sports. So I'm going to forget about that, and we're going to move on to learning about, what's that?
It's the singles court. That's where people court other singles. It's for dating, clearly, because that's what we're talking about today.
Really?
No. That's your future prison cell.
Really?
No. That's your future home. Step right up. You could buy it for a measly couple grand.
Really?
No. Listen, fall's nearly here. We're approaching fall season, which means pumpkins, gourds, other types of vegetables of sorts, and they appear both as decor and food.
Really?
Yes, this is true.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good.
But before the fall squash invasion, summer ends with a different type of squash.
The joke there is that squash is a gourd, and so pumpkins in fall, typically it's in fall harvest. Although kind of the all year round growth cycle for food in America means that we have squash all year round, but I get it.
Listen, I need you to squash this beef that you have with me about my joke.
I didn't squash any people. I was just explaining for those that don't get it.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure there aren't that many that don't get it, but some people might not.
That's so kind of you to explain my joke. So I didn't have to explain my joke.
To those dumbasses out there.
All those listeners only, right? Or watchers only. Or if you listen to Distractable.
Whoa, I don't know if we need to bring that into this, but all right, okay.
Anyway, there's a different type of squash, which is the racket sport played by specifically more so private school kids, finance bros across the globe.
Okay.
Since the World Squash Masters Championships is August 30th to September 6th in Perth, Australia, which we did a show in during the You're Welcome tour.
Perth, yes.
It's the perfect time to learn about this particular sport. And believe it or not, it was a sport that my parents played when I was in daycare at their fitness center. Apparently, my mom was really good at this game.
Okay, hands
was
up
it
out
squash
there.
or racquetball? They're very similar.
Well, we haven't done a racquetball primer, so I don't know the
You're
difference.
right.
How many of you out there have played squash? How many of you out there love squash? How many of you out there are about to be really upset because I misunderstand squash super hard? Raise your hands.
How many of you are very rich and play squash?
Are those common things?
What it's alluding to.
Really?
Yeah, in here it said private school kids and finance bros.
Damn. Well, hands up. Who out there is rich and plays squash?
Come to my stream and give me some gift subs anyway.
Interesting. Hey, he asks what he wants. He asked for it. Hey, you can't fault him for asking. Kinda. Maybe. You can kind of fault him for that, but whatever.
But there are singles and doubles squash, but we are going to focus specifically on singles squash in this episode.
Right.
So, Mark, what do you know about squash, aside from this beautiful court that I'm showing you?
So there's a couple sports that exist in this, it's inside gyms, like LA Fitness and things that I usually see things like this. I don't know if it's squash, because there's a couple games that are played in this zone.
Yeah, like racquetball, I think, is
racquetball also. And then there's the one with like the scoop.
Oh,
what's it called?
Oh, to pack.
I know of it because the scoop is actually in the book's Dungeon Crawler, Carl.
Jai Alai, scoop ball.
Scoop ball.
Typically
he
referred
has
to.
one of those, and he throws bombs with
Ali. I don't know how to say. Jaialai.
I'm sure you're offending someone.
Probably.
More
than likely. Those courts, I believe, are bigger than a squash court, but I'm unsure because we've not done a primer on that, and that's a sport I don't know.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
But It's played in like these gyms.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff
There's
like
a
that.
glass door. Well, actually, the whole wall to it is glass. It's very public facing. But then there's always been people in there, but I don't know, other than they throwing it at a wall or something. I don't know the rules.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very common that there's like multiple courts alongside each other with like glass facing back walls with the door, and then almost the entire thing is glass. If it isn't entirely glass.
Right.
But we'll jump into just simple play at first. So at the start of the match, players go onto the court to warm up together for about 4 minutes. Usually you have to book a court in order to be able to play in that court.
Right,
There's usually like a schedule and different things like that because it is a popular thing at most gyms. After about 2 minutes in the warm-up, players must change size unless they've already done so. So it's basically continuing to warm up throughout that 4 minutes. Then you do to begin the game, you have a racket spin or a toin toss.
Toin toss?
Coin toss.
Toin toss? He's got a toin toss.
My brain.
Oh, boy.
Squash match starts with a coin toss or a racket spin. The racket is spun with 2 players standing in opposite directions. The direction in which the racket falls after its spinning motion determines the winner, and the winner decides to serve or receive.
Right, okay.
Play starts with a serve. The player can choose any of the 1 service boxes. So you can see there are 2 service boxes here on the court, on the far right side and the far left side behind the short line.
Short line.
And the short line is important because any ball that hits short of the short line is deemed too short.
Where's the long line?
Where's the long silly line?
Where's the long line?
I don't see a long line.
I don't see a long line.
There's the front wall outline.
I see tin.
Side wall outline. You can see is angled.
Why does it say tin? Or am I getting ahead of you? It just says tin.
Yeah, you're getting ahead of me.
Oh, okay. All right, fine then.
All right. So the play starts with the serve. The serving player chooses one of the boxes. When serving, he or she must have part of 1 foot touching the floor within the service box.
Part of 1 foot?
So, like, they could be on their toe, or, like, they just have to maintain contact.
They can't jump in the air.
Yes, they cannot be entirely airborne.
Why?
Because that's part of the rules. So you have to maintain being on the ground. You can usually an air jump is like, think about in volleyball, you have those jump serves.
Yeah.
Basically, they're avoiding that in this game.
Okay, I see.
But no part of that foot can touch the line surrounding the service box. So it literally is within. It is a fault if you touch the line, much like volleyball.
Okay.
For service to be good, the ball must hit the front wall between the service line and the outline. So it's up on the top side here.
Okay.
All right. And then after striking the front wall, the ball's first bounce must be within the back quarter of the opposite side of the court.
Back quarter.
So if they serve here, it's got to be in the back fourth of
it has to hit that box from the serve?
Yes.
That seems tough.
Oh, wait. Or is it? Hold on. Let me reread this. After striking, the ball's bounce must be within the back quarter of the opposite side's court. So it's only the back quarter of this whole field, which I believe is like behind the service of the other one, if you do the rough eye measurement here.
So it is the box.
Yeah,
back
so it's
there.
like here.
Okay, still, that seems pretty tough.
Yeah.
Huh.
The ball does not need to bounce because your opponent may choose to volley the serve, so somebody can hit it on in the air before it bounces.
Okay.
If in the course of a serve the ball touches any part of the court outside the described areas, the serve is a fault and your opponent wins the point. So it can't hit sidewalls on a serve. Best strategy is if you can get it to land like close to this corner,
right,
without it hitting the back wall. If you hit that corner, one, they might be thinking it's out and not volley it, and if it hits the ground, that's a ace.
Right.
But if it hits anything else before hitting that point, so that's usually like crazy good service.
Describe
right in the corner.
this to me using only sounds. Oh, wow! Now only smells. Okay, I'm getting that. Whoa!
Sweaty socks.
Whoa.
Sweaty socks. Sweaty socks.
Ew.
Wind, fresh wind, smell of gym floor, the old gymnasium from our high school. Yeah.
That's nice.
Rubber. A little bit of rubber from the ball.
That's good. That's good.
There you go. There you go.
I gotcha.
Once the successful serve has been delivered, the rally is officially started. They take turns hitting the ball and need to move around each other to retrieve the ball after it strikes the front wall, but before it bounces on the floor twice. The only time it has to hit either side of the court is on the serve.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In order to make a fair return during a rally, a player must hit the ball to the front wall on the fly. The ball may not strike the side or back walls at any time in the course of the shot. It has to hit the front wall first.
Uh-huh.
As long as the ball hits the front wall on the fly without touching any area outside of the boundary of the court, it is fair.
All right.
So there are multiple types of shot. The drive or rail shot, most common in squash, where a player hits the ball as close to the sidewalls as possible to make it difficult for the opponent to get his full racket on the ball. Mm-hmm. So he's trying to get like towards the back and towards the sidewall, because then you have an obstacle with your paddle.
Right.
Drop shot is generally a played shot aimed just above the tin on the front wall.
The tin, that's the tin.
Just above the tin.
Okay.
It kills the momentum of the ball and lands very close to the front wall, requiring the player to cover a lot of ground to get to it before the ball bounces twice. Okay, so the full court becomes in play after the service line. So I believe the short line here is what it's saying is the service.
Okay.
Yeah, so
and
on
then
service.
and
then after that, the whole court is in play.
I see. Okay.
So people are running everywhere.
Right.
Then you have the bow shot, where player hits the ball against the sidewall with the correct angle that it reaches the front wall before bouncing. Oh, so you can hit the front. This is very confusing how this is worded.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's only the return. After that, everything is fair play. Jesus Christ.
Uh-huh.
No, that's a fair return during the rally.
Huh?
Oh, so it has to hit the front wall on the fly, but it can strike the side or back walls at any time in the course of the shot as long as the ball doesn't touch the ground before hitting the front wall.
Right.
So they could straight up hit it into the back wall and then to the front wall and down.
Yeah.
This just became chaos.
Yeah, it seems a little chaotic. Do you have a video of this playing?
I will get you a squash video.
Okay. You know what? For the listeners out there, you and I are going to play squash to what my understanding is with only sounds. Serve it. Huh? Oh, that was below the tin.
No.
Yeah, huh?
No.
I'll kill you.
No, you won't.
I'll kill you.
I have the ball in the paddle. I got range.
I have a deadly disease in my pocket.
I've already trapped in this room with you. I'm already infected.
We're both dead now.
Squash. There you go, squash.
All right.
Okay, so as long as the ball hits the front wall on a fly before hitting the ground, you can hit it off of any of the inbound lines that you see on this court.
Okay, all right.
So you need to stay below the sidewall line here that's angled down, and low on this back wall, which is also the outline.
And I'm guessing it's kind of tennis similarities where it's like it can, bounce off the wall and then hit the ground once, and then you got it.
Yes.
If it hits twice on your turn.
And I would imagine if it hits once and then hits a wall, you can still play it.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't touch the ground
after the
twice.
serve, you can go to either side, right?
Yeah, you can hit it to the back wall, to the side walls, as long as it stays in bounds, which is
Right.
above the 10 and below the outline, it is fair play.
Gotcha. Okay. Makes sense.
That's what I'm
me.
determining based off of this.
All right.
Volley, any shot that hits the floor after bouncing against the front wall is called a volley. So it's just basically a simple volley play. Which is just hitting in the air. Bow shot hits the wall against sidewall, correct angle, forces the opponent to go close to the front wall to receive it because it's bouncing here, then down. And then a kill is played hard and low, aimed just above the 10 of the wall so that it doesn't bounce too high while coming back, which becomes very difficult to return because it's a low angle to get to.
Okay, I see.
The basic rules, we already talked about keep the foot in the box, which is the server. You cannot intentionally get in the way of the other player as they are navigating around to try and get to the ball.
Right, okay.
If the ball breaks during a rally, aka the ball explodes, a let is allowed for that rally.
Wait, hold on. If the ball explodes,
Yes,
is that a risk?
that is because the ball is hollow.
Yeah. Squash ball.
I got you.
Why would the ball
Here are
explode?
the types of squash balls.
Why would it explode?
It's hollow. It's a
What do
hollow
you
rubber
mean?
ball.
Dots. What high altitude areas? What the hell does that mean?
Because it has. This is to prevent it from exploding easily. Because if there's too much pressure inside the ball, it becomes bulbous and bulges.
Huh?
And so these balls are of different pressures inside and different amounts of rubber.
What? That's crazy.
They're different weights. So balls are between 39.5 and 40.5 millimeters in diameter and weigh 23 to 25 grams. They're made with 2 pieces of rubber plastic compound glued together to fill a hollow sphere. Hollow sphere, not spear, buffed to a matte finish. Different balls are used depending on altitude and player skill.
This is so weird because I didn't think that I would have this in my life where I have not seen this before in terms of like sports balls. I have never seen this before. That's crazy.
Yeah, most of the time you see racket balls.
Yeah. Weird.
All right, I've got a YouTube short here of people playing squash.
Is the attacker Paul Cole, and he has to be.
Yep.
So it can bounce off the back
Yep.
too?
I don't know.
Right, it's just the floor.
It's just the floor. It cannot bounce twice. So it doesn't even look like they're running too much. That was a lower shot.
Yeah.
And then see, it's trying to push it to the sidewall. So you can hit it in the air or off one bounce. But once it hits 2...
So he hit it off the sidewall, and then it was above the tin line, and he couldn't get to it.
He couldn't get to it, so it created 2 bounces.
Right.
So even if it bounces once and then hits off something else, it's still able to be in play.
I feel like you would hit each other with a racket a lot.
100% could. There's probably collisions that happen incidentally. Like, especially for less advanced players who can't necessarily put the ball where they want to, there's probably some serious movement where people collide. Now, think about this in the sense, I don't know if the court gets bigger in doubles.
That would be intense if it didn't.
Yeah. And then they go to triples, and then they go to quads.
You're lying. Those are lies. There's no such number as 3 and 4.
And then there's 10v10.
No.
Nobody can move.
I miss 50v50 squash.
Geez.
Man, can you...
100v100 battle royale.
Man,
Everyone
it's
just people going, ah!
Yeah, it would
in
be
the court.
great. Oh, what a delight. Oh, well.
But the court, generally speaking, that we're talking about, it is 9.75 meters by 6.4 meters rectangular surface surrounded by 4 walls.
Right.
The wall at the back is the back wall, hence behind you. The front wall is the front wall.
Yeah.
And then the side walls are side walls.
That they are.
Short line is drawn parallel to the back wall, dividing the surface into 2 parts. For singles, the short line is 4.26 meters away from the back wall, which, as you can tell, is a quarter of it. But this is not showing it right. Or wait, that's not a quarter of it. That's half.
It's
a little
not
less
quite,
than half.
It's not quite half because that's about 9 plus 5, 3. That's about 14, 3 inches. So it's like 40%.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Half court line, parallel line, and equidistant to the front walls is then draw the short line to the back wall. And the half court line and short line essentially forms the T to the back wall.
The teat.
The T.
The teat of the back wall.
Behind the
back
short
wall
line,
titty.
the 2 sides, you got your service boxes, which are 1.6 meters by 1.6 meters. At the bottom of the front wall is a thin strip of 48 centimeters called the tin.
The tit.
The tin.
The tit. Where did this originate?
We'll get into the history.
Oh my God.
All right. We got to get through the important parts of sport. People complained about the history first. I thought it made sense. So we put it later.
Okay.
The service line is drawn on the front wall at the height of 1.78 meters and 4.57 meters from the floor, respectively. The outline on the back wall is at a height of 2.13 meters from the floor, hence why the angle of the outlines on the wall, they take from the outline on the back wall all the way up to the outline on the front wall.
Right. Okay.
Squash rackets.
Uh-huh.
They're similar to tennis rackets. They're actually not paddles. They're rackets. They're 6.86 millimeters long and 215 millimeters wide. 686 long, so 6.86 meters, 2.1. No, that's wrong. 68.6 centimeters and 21.5 centimeters. Okay. I was like, that's millimeters. There's a lot more of those.
Okay. That's why I'm asking where it's from, because you're saying meters and millimeters.
It does seem
in
European, yeah. Maximum hitting area, which is surface with interwoven strings, is 500 square centimeters. That's what it says. That seems pretty big. I wonder if that's supposed to be millimeters.
I don't know. Yeah, that seems wrong.
Yeah, there's no way. That'd be 5 square meters.
Yeah.
That's 500 millimeters. Gotta be.
Big rackets.
That'd be a huge racket.
Big rackets.
From what we saw, was not the case.
Right, okay.
And the maximum weight of a racket is 255 grams, but most people use 90 to 150 grams. Squash shoes are basically tennis shoes.
Okay.
There are some specific shoes, but most people, it's basically, they just need to be markless. You're not supposed to leave marks on the schools.
Okay.
On the floor.
Got it.
So, in the basic rules, it's keep your foot in the box, don't interfere, no try and avoid ball busting, and no distracting, no distractable.
Ball bousting?
Ball busting.
No ball busting.
No ball busting.
What,
making the squash ball explode.
how do you control that?
You can't. It's just the ball busting creates in a restart.
I don't even know how you would do that. Doesn't make any sense.
Also, you cannot leave the court in the middle of the game without permission of the referee, and you cannot bring any other objects into the court. No water bottle or anything else.
Well, then how do you get hydrated?
It's just outside the door. So intermissions, pauses between sets and matches, you can get water.
What? 2 people enter, 1 ball leaves.
2 people enter, 1 shoe leaves.
What the fuck? Why?
They explode the ball.
Oh my God.
That's all that remains.
All that remains, 1 shoe, and it's actually half of each of their shoe.
Glued together somehow.
God. It morphed into one. That was all that was left of them.
But the main principles is safety first and then fair play. So trying to not interfere with the opponent and play with honesty. Scoring and winning, similar to other racket sports like tennis and badminton, the core objective in squash is make the other opponent miss their shot to earn points.
Yeah.
Best of 3 or 5 games played to 11. First player to score 11 wins the match. It is no win by 2 or any other circumstance.
It's funny because this sport is kind of...
it is win by 2.
Oh.
I just read that.
This sport is kind of built to be difficult to observe.
Truly.
Yeah, it's like, whereas tennis, it's a wide court, you can get 360 degrees. This one, you're going to have to look in from the above or the glass wall behind.
Unless they just full glass box them.
Well, I guess that is possible, yeah.
I don't know how common that is, but they could.
Sitting across from him, you'd be like, as they launch
you just put
the
a
ball
glass
in your face.
wall, one glass wall over here, and it's like
exactly.
ball. Which one is it?
All mirrors, actually. Yeah, fully mirrored. Yeah.
That's the circus version. They play it in a mirrored room.
That would be crazy. That would be nuts.
And it is win by 2. So if it is 10-all, the game continues until a player wins by 2 points.
Makes sense.
The server on a winning rally scores a point and retains the service. The receiver on a winning rally scores a point and becomes the server. So it's
server.
Rally score like in volleyball. So you score the point, but then you also get the serve.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. There are 2 people that watch over a squash match as officials. One is a marker responsible for announcing the score and keeping a written account of the score, repeating all decisions by the referee. And so when asked, announcing the service side. So the main calls the marker makes are best of 5, love all to begin the first game. Fault if the service is out of court. Foot fault if they step out of the service box on their serve. Hand out, which is change of server. Ball out, just if the ball is outside of the court. Down, the ball hits the tin or the floor before reaching the front wall. Not up, which is a double bounce, double hit, or carry. 10-all is when they announce that's just the score, win by 2.
Right, okay.
Game ball said each time except match ball. Match ball said every time it applies. So game ball is each game, and then match is the whole set, I believe.
I see.
And then there's yes, let, no, let, stroke to something.
Stroke to something.
The marker repeats the referee's decision.
Stroke to something.
Stroke is, I believe, a penalty. Referee is responsible for timing the pre-match warm-up and 90-second breaks between games, ruling on requests for lets and strokes, and overseeing the players' calls and overturning them as necessary, and making calls for which the marker is responsible if the marker fails to do so or makes the incorrect call. So they're kind of there to keep each other in check, but it is a game of most of the decisions are made by the people in the court.
Okay.
The officials are there to overturn if there's a disagreement or make a decision if there's a disagreement.
All right, okay.
So, where did this begin?
Well, I'm bored. I was waiting for the history at the beginning, or the beginning. I wanted to know how it all started, but I guess, whatever.
So, Mark.
Oh my God, you're not even listening to me.
I am. I'm sorry that it's not at the beginning. But this history that created this game
Yes.
was invented by another sport called rackets. Rackets is a game that uses rackets to knock balls against walls in a giant indoor court that began to be played in France in the 16th century.
Oh, not your hometown. In fact, he's been banned from France.
One joke. I made one joke.
Just saying.
I made one joke on the tour, and now you say I'm banned. France has never contacted me, so I haven't
heard. I didn't hear anyone laughing. You know?
I laughed. I heard me laugh.
Yeah, you were.
That was not my laugh.
I hate France.
That's not what I said.
You said that in France.
I don't like loaded questions, okay?
That wasn't a question. It was an accusation. Learn the difference.
No, the person who asked the question.
Why
is France now your favorite country? I didn't like the loaded question.
Oh, is he? Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the game became popular to debtors in prison in the 18th century.
Debtors,
yes.
Yeah, debtors. Yeah, just sort of for everyone at home. People in debt.
Yes. And also in a similarly miserable place, boarding schools.
Oh, my God.
So squash was invented around 1830 by boys at Harrow School, which was a boarding school in an affluent area of London. The story goes that some boys at the school that liked to play rackets noticed that a punctured ball, which squashed on impact with the ball, offered more variety to the game. This new game was originally called baby rackets.
Baby rackets.
And graduates of the school began to spread the game to other schools and to sports clubs across England. By the early 1900s, squash had spread all over the UK, India, Pakistan, Canada, and to the US, where the first National Squash Association was created. The United States Squash Rackets Association.
My God.
The association is still active and now known as U.S. Squash. Squash was so popular by the 1910s, courts were built in first-class areas of luxury ocean liners, including the Titanic.
Damn.
The First and Second World Wars spread squash even further, and by the end of the 1960s, the International Squash Rackets Federation was founded by representatives of 7 different nations.
7. That's almost all of them.
And so many.
All the ones that matter anyway. Right, France? Boo, says Tyler. Quote by Tyler.
Wait.
2018.
Boo. Mark.
Boo, France, 2018. To Tyler.
It's just a ghost that says France on it.
Tyler thinks France is dead.
Gosh darn it. Now called World Squash, this association has nearly 150 member nations, and the first World Championship was held in 1976 and is held every 2 to 4 years since. And squash is set to make its Olympic debut in the 2028 Games.
Interesting.
But the 2026 World Squash Masters Championship starts on August 30th and will be live streamed for free if you want to watch squash.
Oh, my God.
Worldsquash.tv.
Damn.
That's where you can watch it. Also, here's the picture of the boarding school. It's so tiny.
What a terrible picture. What an ass picture. What is it, a boarding school for ants?
I wonder.
All right, you don't need to laugh that hard. It wasn't that funny.
I thought it was great. Okay. But that's squash. 1 bounce, you're safe.
Yeah.
2 bounce, you're dead.
Oh, dead?
Yeah, your opponent scores a point.
My God, that's
Ball can hit any parts of the court except the floor multiple times. Otherwise, you lose a point. You must stay inside the square when you serve, and it must go to the second half of the court.
Can it bounce off the wall and then the back and then the floor, or?
Yes. So if you hit the ball, you could back, side, front wall, down.
Damn.
You could hit any combination as long as it stays
turn around and
above
hit
the
it
10.
Going backwards?
Yes.
Damn.
We saw that in the video. There was an instant where somebody hit it into the back wall. I'm trying to see if I can find it again.
So you throw the pace at Ali Farag, he just absorbs it. You slow things down, and Farag's fine with playing slow and lofting it with you.
At least I could have sworn he did.
I think he hit it off the side wall.
Yeah, he did the side wall there, but it is legal to hit it off the back wall.
Yeah, it'd take a lot of strength to get it from back wall all the way back to front, I guess. But
yeah, and you'd not know where it would necessarily hit on the front wall, so there's less control there, so it might not be a good strategy.
Maybe. All right.
Because if it's allowed to bounce off the back wall within the zone, I don't, especially because the outline is so low on the back wall, you can't do much of a lofty angle.
Right.
Because I imagine if it hits the ceiling, that's out because it's an extension of the out zone on the walls.
Right.
So it's just difficult doing that and lack of control.
Okay.
But I imagine it's legal.
Well, now everyone
saw
knows
nothing else.
How to play squash. We should call these how to play sport.
How to play squash.
How to play squash.
Yeah, that could be.
That would be so much more clickable.
That's such a good how-to. Yeah,
People don't know what primer means.
That's true.
We've been doing it wrong this entire time.
Well, I started switching to just like titles that were like, oh, this is the funny anecdote of the thing, and then people didn't know what it was, and then it's like, yeah, how to
play squash. It's
Could it just be how to squash?
No, how to play squash.
Okay,
because that's what people would search, right?
I think so. Or it could. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
These are now the how-tos of sport. They're the primers of how-to.
We're killing primers.
Primers are dead.
Primers are dead. We're moving on to how-tos because that's what people are looking up.
Yeah. Am I going to go back and rename all the other old ones? Should I do that?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Yeah. That'll only take you a few hours. Not it.
Well, some of it I'll have to have the editors do because I don't have access to the upload on all the other outlets.
Not it.
Editors, how do you feel about that?
Why do I hear the wailing and gnashing of teeth? Oh, man.
Well, too bad. If you want to support the podcast and save the editors, you can go to store.gmfst.com to buy some sweet merch.
I don't know how that saves the editors.
It saves them.
Yes, the editors are on a precipice with a spinning saw blade coming at them. They're dangling over a pit of alligators. You gotta buy the merch.
Listen, now it's not just little Fingy that's under threat. It's apparently the editors.
Yep, they're all doomed.
So go check that out. Also, you can add some jacuzzas or other things on the Reddit, reddit.com/r/gmfst. Hit us with news, hit us with jacuzzas. I know recently there was a jacuzz about the YouTube channel that is insanely long that I personally read through because I wanted to see what it was. But we'll see about that. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. I think we have done an adequate job of explaining squash, at least the singles version of it, which I feel like was a jab at me.
Oh, come on, man. No.
But, don't explode your balls or it gets dangerous in squash. That's what I learned. What did you learn?
Well, I don't know. I learned that you could explode your balls at all on whim.
That I could or anybody?
Anybody. Yeah. What if it's just something like you shouldn't think about it because if you do think about it, it'll happen. I never think about balls. Ever. This guy, balls on the mind all the time.
All right. Bye.
Bye.